All right, today's detail day. Finally, I've been waiting for this. So I'm going to go ahead and decided on my ceramic coating. Did a lot of research on it. I don't know how much it really matters, like which one you pick out online. They all seem to be spec'd out about the same. So I just came back from the car wash. It's all looking pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and clay bar the car first. And what I wanted to do though, before I got started with that, is check those kind of notable areas of rust that people have noticed after they've had the car for a little bit. Oh God, that's tight. I don't even know if I can get that off. Oh, there we go. So some people have said they get a little rust in here. I've never looked inside of here before, so we'll see how these studs look. Huh, nice and clean. I don't see any evidence of rust or anything like that, so that all looks good to me. I'll check the other one. And up along these hinges and everything, that all looks really clean too. Let's check the one on this side. I think maybe it was just on the earlier models, I don't know. I've only had the car for a couple months now, so if there was rust, I'd be really surprised. Same. Looks good. I may, before winter, might coat those with a little grease. If that got rusty, it would drive me crazy. And also, hinges look really good on this side too. I wanted to check like the inside of the door panels. I could see this being a potential problem. That all looks really good. 1, 2. Brush around to this side. Ha. Water from the wash. All right, that looks good. And one more. Not bad. All right, cool. That's kind of weird the way that's held together right there. Hopefully that won't be issues down the road, but everything else looks good. Cool. All right, so what am I going to be using today? First step is I bought the Chemical Guys clay Luber and this clay block. This thing looked pretty cool, like one of the easier ones to use. So I'll be going around the car doing that. And then the ceramic coating I decided on was the Adams. Why did I pick that one? It just looked good. It had good reviews online. And it came as a complete kit too. So I haven't opened any of this stuff up yet, but came with a polishing towel, another polishing towel. Oh, those look pretty nice. Ceramic boost, that's going to be after the fact. A couple little spray nozzle heads. This is my surface prep, so that's going to be after I clay lube it. This is the applicator. Give me some rubber gloves, it's probably necessary. Here's the actual ceramic coat. So what I noticed when I started researching this stuff online is it just seems like maybe everybody's using the same kind of chemicals and just repackaging it, repurposing it, I don't know. But they probably buy this stuff in like big 5-gallon or 55-gallon drums and they're just putting it in smaller containers. This one seemed to be the most complete kit with really good reviews. So, yeah, seems to be all there. So anyway, let's get going with the clay bar. I'm pretty excited to use this one. The lube is supposed to help out a lot. I've used the older clay before in the past, and this block is supposed to make it a lot easier and quicker to use. So, I think it's time to get going. So my only piece of advice is before you start, remove watches, remove rings, remove belt buckles, anything that could actually scratch the finish of the car. All right, guys, here we go. car does not like the wash. Plenty of sensors going off. Not digging it. Oh man.
Your viewers are gonna be like, you took this to the car wash?
Oh gosh. The end is near. I think we're done with the brushes. Oh, what the hell is this stuff? Oh my god.
It's funny bear.
Stop rinse. I like that. This is the weirdest
It's cute.
thing I've ever seen. Okay. Only in the region. Okay, we'll get started with the clay bar process now. The paint actually looks pretty good and it's pretty darn smooth because it's a newer car, but you can feel areas where it kind of drags a little bit. So what this is going to do is kind of knock down some of those high spots in the clear and even it all out before I ceramic coat it. So I'm just going to spray a little bit of the clay Luber on and then go over it with the block. Yeah, you can feel little areas where it catches just a little bit. And you can kind of hear it, and then it gets smooth after it goes over it a couple times. So what I'm going to keep doing is just going over the whole car with this, but also checking the pad itself to make sure I'm not getting anything embedded in it. And if so, I'm just going to wipe it clean. That's feeling really good so far. So I figure this process is going to take me at least an hour. So worth it. All right, so the car is all clay barred now. It looks phenomenal. Pretty clean. Like, I feel like it should just be done at this point, but I guess not. Still many steps to go. Next up is this, it's the surface prep. So this is gonna clean off any residue I may have missed with the clay bar or any other contaminants or wax that I may have missed. There shouldn't be any on it since the thing's brand new, but who knows? So I'll just go through the whole process just to make sure it's right. So surface prep time. So, ooh, this thing sucks. Oh. Aha. All right. Come on. There we go. So the instructions on this are just to spray it on and wipe it back off. Got a little sun popping up on here, so I'm gonna be kind of quick on the front. It's super smooth from the clay bar, so that's awesome. So this just smells like fancy rubbing alcohol. It's kind of purple inside, but who knows? It's just rubbing alcohol, I think. Maybe a little water or something else in it too. But it should cut through any other contaminants that are on the paint. Now we've got the clay bar done. The surface prep is done. Now it's time to actually apply the ceramic coating finally. So 99% of this is probably all that surface prep work we've been doing. So open this up for the first time. They said to wear a glove, wearing a glove. And then you just apply some to the applicator. And then you're supposed to work it in a like 2 foot by 2 foot area and cross hatch it. So we're just going to do this section of the hood to start with. Might as well do it somewhere really visible, so if I screw it up, everybody can see it. Goes on pretty smooth. The paint's super smooth at this point. And temperature wise, I don't know, it feels like it's like mid 80s or 90 out. Oh, humidity. So this is supposed to dry a little bit, and you're supposed to see a rainbow effect on it, and then you wipe it off. You're also supposed to close the bottle every time because it starts to crystallize. Let's see if it does that rainbow effect. Alright, I'm going to go for it. Just wave it off. It does look nice and shiny. Alright, well, if I screwed it up, it doesn't look like it. Pretty nice. Alright, kind of like the effect on it. So I'm going to go around the whole car like that. Alright, we're just moving on along. Do the mirrors now. It's super easy to apply, like much easier than I thought it would be. I'll go ahead and move up here while the mirror's starting to dry. Yeah, this looks really, really good. Man, it's nice. Just wrapped up the last bit, but I think the car looks absolutely fantastic. I had to put the garage door down a bit so I wasn't in direct sun when I was doing the front, but overall I'm really happy with the way this came out. You know what's nice about the Model 3? This part, the whole glass top, you don't have to do it, so it saves a ton of time. Yeah, buddy, this thing looks really good. It's never shined this well. So we'll see tonight during dusk. I might get the camera out again and just see how it looks outside, but real happy with it. Okay, so got the car back to my parking deck. Everything looks great on it, except I've got some spots, and I call them high spots with the ceramic coating. You can kind of see right here where the towel totally missed taking the ceramic coating off. So it is a higher spot, and you can feel it. It's a little rougher to the touch. This is glass smooth, it's so slick, and then it kind of drags a little bit as I go over this spot right here. So I tried to clay bar it off. It's stuck on there pretty good. So my next solution is to do a little polish on it, and I'm just using this Meguiar's polish. So we'll see if that takes it out. Fingers crossed. If it doesn't, I'm gonna have to figure out some other way to strip it off. I think I should be okay with this. So my goal is just to polish this out and then re-clean the hood, and probably I'm gonna reapply ceramic coating to the whole hood. So then there's 2 coats on there. So we'll see if this actually comes out. I can feel it. It's not dragging anymore on the cloth. It looks like it's coming out. Yes. That spot right there. Man, this process, you get to learn every imperfection in the paint of your car. It's pretty incredible. Because there's quite a few of them. Yes. Just a little bit right there. Come on. Oh, that looks phenomenal. Okay, went over the whole car again just to look and polish out any other high spots. There were only a couple. It's quite miraculous, I think, just because this is the first time I've ever ceramic coated a car. But I was pretty diligent. I only did small sections and made sure everything came off. But super shiny, so this is great. And everything's really slick, so that's also awesome. I noticed on the front I had a couple bugs that were stuck from the drive home last night, and they just wiped right off. And before, those were pretty embedded in the paint, and I had to do a lot of work to get rid of those. So the final step is this ceramic boost. So I'm going to start applying that. This part should go pretty darn quick, and then I'm all done. So let's see how it goes. Hopefully it'll be even shinier when I'm done. All right, final step is ceramic boost. So I just have the soft cloth again and the ceramic boost, and apparently all you have to do is spray it on and wipe it off. Videos I watched, the guys oohing and mine about how much shinier it is. Looks about the same. That smells pretty good. It smells better than ceramic stuff. So what this is doing is just putting on that final layer of ceramic. Actually, it is shinier. I retract my previous statement. This looks pretty damn good, man. I actually didn't think it could get any shinier, but it looks pretty amazing. Let's see what you guys think. So there was enough of the ceramic coating left over. I could probably do another car. So I may do my girlfriend's car with it, or there might even be enough left over to do her car and my wheels. So I think doing the wheels would be great too. Look at that, it's like a mirror. It's unbelievable. Love it. Good job.